the big day. Things are changing in Gotham. A new world is coming. Gotham's mine now. You're not the same, and you've got to learn to respect that. You broke me! You have nowhere to run! I won't lose you.
I'm not yours to lose.
What we do now is more important than ever. Give me everything you got. Do it! Jeremiah! This ends tonight. No, Bruce. Now it begins.
The final season of Gotham continues next Thursday on Fox.
What's going on, everybody? I am your host, Juice Wayne, and we are about to break down the trailer for the upcoming season of Gotham. Now, this is supposed to be the episode 2 trailer breakdown, but, you know, after usually the first episode of a season, they kind of show a trailer that's going to be everything that's happening in the season. So that's what we're going to go ahead and break down. Now, I will say that there are photos for episode 2 that I am going to discuss, because a lot of this trailer, to be honest, is stuff we've already seen before, but there are specific things that I do want to talk about. The first thing being Jim standing in this inferno of just burning buildings. Now, I believe this scene is going to be connected to this other scene right here where helicopters are blowing up a building, and I'm going to assume that these buildings that are being blown up are something that are under the GCPD's control. Now, I would assume that this attack is being carried out by 2 separate people. That could either be Penguin or it could be the army guy that is going to end up being Bane. We don't really know how big a character Bane is going to be in this series, but I would think that they're probably going to end up making him the big bad or one of the big bads, because it does seem like Jerome is going to be, not Jerome, Jeremiah is going to be a very big player in this whole thing, but more so for Bruce than Gordon, in my opinion. Anyways, let's stay on track. Let's go ahead and just assume that this could be Penguin, because in this trailer, there are other things that are happening that show that tension between Gordon and Penguin are going to get really high this season. We have this one scene where Penguin is just yelling into a megaphone saying you have nowhere to run, followed by a scene of Jim Gordon running. Obviously, that seems like it's 2 different episodes because one's during the day, one's at night, but you know that there is going to be tension there, and it does seem like this could be happening because he did put out a hit on freaking Gordon. And if you really pay attention to these Penguin scenes, you notice that there's this poster that's going to start going around, or he's going to start putting it up of himself, or it might be his followers, of him just like it's him, and then it has the stripes and stuff around him. It's a very common poster for like propaganda type stuff. So it could be like Penguin is a savior, and you see it on the megaphone here, and then there's this one scene where there's a bunch of people in Penguin's office, they're all cheering and stuff, followed by Gordon pushing him after Penguin says Gotham is mine. You see that these posters are in the background too. So could it be that after this attack, or maybe just throughout the season, Penguin is going to start winning people over because he's like, I can take care of you, GCPD can't take care of you. And we've seen in a lot of post-apocalyptic type of stories, the people that do have power, the people that say they can protect people, a lot of people that are struggling or desperate are more than willing to go with that person because they just don't want to die. So it does look like there's going to be a lot of tension between Penguin and Gordon. Now, I do have to say again, I still don't like that teaser at the beginning of episode 1 because it shows Penguin and Gordon being on the same team when they're about to shoot a whole bunch of army guys at the end of this season, where I'm assuming that is going to happen. So it just feels like all of this tension is for nothing because they're going to be best bros by the end of this season. Speaking of Penguin and Gordon being best bros by the end of this thing, there is this scene right here where Gordon's all like, give me everything you got, and Penguin's in there followed by other GCPD people. And I think what's going to happen in this season, or at least my theory, is that they're going to hate each other for this long time. The Bane character is going to come in with his army. That army, like I said in previous videos, I think is going to have a secret motive of wanting to take over Gotham for themselves, and they're going to start taking over Penguin and stuff, so Penguin's eventually going to have to help Gordon, or they're going to have to help each other take over the army, and that's why they're all going to be fighting at the end of the season. So yeah, I do think, again, we're going to have tension, then friends, and then bada bing, we're fighting the army at the end. But if we are going to have this Penguin versus Gordon war, you know, Gordon's going to need some allies, and it could be the reason why him and Barbara are very close in this scene right here, because maybe they're going to team up because they have an equal hatred for Penguin. You know that Barbara wants to kill Penguin. She says in episode 1 that she is going to kill Penguin because of the death of Tabitha. Gordon knows that he just wants to protect everybody. He is definitely willing to team up with other bad guys to take out a bigger bad guy. So that could be the reason why we're having Barbara and Gordon get so close to each other, because they're both going to try to take out Penguin. Another big thing, if you weren't paying attention, that happened in this episode is Wayne Manor explodes. That is right, people. The freaking Bruce Wayne's house explodes, and it's followed by this whole Bane just walking through fire. Now, I don't think this is the same place. It could be because we haven't seen all of Wayne Manor, but we see the whole thing explodes. It looks like it's gonna die. The building explodes, so the building itself dies, if you consider a building alive. But then we have Bane walking through this hallway, and this could very well be the inside of Wayne Manor. It could be anywhere. Maybe he's the reason to blow up Wayne Manor, because we know that Bruce is going to have a run-in with Bane at some point, and maybe he just hates him so much. Maybe he knows who he is, and he's like, you know what, let me just go blow up your home, because if this is the army guy that we know it is going to be, then he's going to have a bunch of resources to do this kind of stuff. I don't know why with this whole Bane on fire scene, it feels like a hospital vibe. Maybe, because we do know he is going to be turned into Bane. He's probably going to have to deal with Hugo Strange, and maybe he's just going to get mad and he's going to destroy everything, and that's going to be him walking out of flames. That's what I feel like. I don't feel like that feels like Wayne Manor. It could be, because we haven't seen all of Wayne Manor, but I feel like it's more of a hospital setting or like a doctor's office kind of thing than a big rich house place. Following that, we have Bruce versus Selina when he captures her hand in the grappling hook because she's getting a little too crazy. And then there's these other scenes of Selina just saying, I'm not yours to lose. So there's going to be a lot of tension between Bruce and Selina, it looks like, in this final season. Personally, I hope the whole season isn't going to be just them fighting the whole time. I mean, it would make sense, because when they do the 10-year time gap, if Selina doesn't know that Bruce is Batman, there would be a lot of tension between them too, especially if he's going to try to keep her from stealing and stuff like that. So I'm kind of hoping that it goes that route. But, if they're going to be fighting this whole time with her just being like, I'm not yours, and I'm not this, and I don't need your help, and I hate you, it's just going to get kind of annoying in my opinion, because, it's the final season, so you kind of want to see them, get together or just have a moment or something. So I'm really hoping that happens, opposed to just this bickering the whole season, but we'll wait and see on that. Quickly, we have a little Riddler and Penguin action where he says, you broke me, and I really hope this is a reference to, I think it was season 3, when he got, frozen in ice and Penguin just kind of owned him and basically showed that the Riddler's not as smart as he is. I'm really hoping it's a reference to that and not something else to where, he got Hugo Strange to bring them back to life because they did stab each other. We haven't had that referenced yet, so I hope they explain that as well. So I'm really hoping it's going back to, I have not been the Riddler since you freaking froze me in ice and you just showed me that you're better. Because that would be Gotham bringing a whole story together, which is something they haven't been the best at. So I'm really hoping they'd kind of tie that final bow on that present for us. For a split second, we do get to see a little glimpse of Harley, with her new hair. It's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen to Echo that is going to cause her to become this new Harley, because she's going to change her hair. We saw her in the first episode where she left the ha on the map in the GCPD. She had very straight hair. She had the mask. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to her to transform her into Harley. And then, of course, the trailer ends with stuff we've already seen between Bruce and Jeremiah, just saying, this ends tonight. And then, Jeremiah's all like, no, Bruce, it's just getting started. And then, of course, they're going to fight in Ace Chemicals, and he's more than likely going to get thrown into the vat. Everything for the trailer, but like I said, there are photos for episode 2, so let's go ahead and talk about those episode 2 photos. And one of the first ones is we got Poison Ivy next to what looks like some pills or some cocaine. I don't really know what she's doing. It could just be stuff from the roof that has fallen on the ground. But we have Ivy looking kind of just beat up here. It looks like she's been captured or something like that. In my review for the first episode, I said that I believe Ivy is going to be the witch that the nurse kept talking about. This photo might actually debunk that theory. We'll see. I'm still going to hold on to hope that Ivy is the witch, although I don't want her to be, because I don't want her to be the reason that freaking Selina comes back, because then they'll just a repeat storyline. I don't want that again. But this photo kind of shows that Ivy looks like she's in trouble, like she's captured or something, but we'll see. She could still just be the witch. She could just be playing games because that's what she does. We got this random photo of Bruce just using a flashlight. He's probably searching for the witch at this point. Then we have this awesome shot of Gordon just being Gordon. You know, look at me standing in a fancy room. I don't know who he's going to be talking to. Maybe he's talking to Penguin. We don't really know what's going to be happening with him. We do know that he is going to be searching for those kids, which is the next shot of the photos we have of them saving the kids. Although it looks like there's only 3 kids that they end up saving, but it's freaking Gordon and Bullock, and it does look like there's some big trucks, so maybe they're going to be shot at. Because next shot is Bullock getting ready to get into a fight, because look at that, some people showed up, because of course Gotham is freaking covered in territory, and if you're in the wrong territory, they're gonna come get you. So we're gonna have a standoff here, and you know Gordon is gonna have a shootout and kill a whole bunch of people because he's got to save these kids right here from these dudes right here. Gordon's got his gun. Other bad dudes show up, which I really like the face paint and the whole freaking, you know, craziness in these characters right here. But they're totally not going to mean anything because, you know, you still got to save the kids. And that means Barbara's going to show up and be like, yo, Jim, I'm going to help you because I still want to kill Penguin and I want to work with you. And they'll be like, ooh, we used to love each other. I love you too. Let's work together. And boom, they kill everybody because all of those people that just showed up with the awesome costumes and the awesome car are all dead because you got to save the kids in the show. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the photos for episode 2. That is the trailer breakdown for episode 2 in the whole season, I should say. Let me know what your thoughts have been on Gotham so far and what you expect to see in the future episodes of Gotham in the comment sections down below. Guys and gals, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any freaking Gotham content that I upload along with other Bat-tastic content. Also, check out these videos right here if you haven't seen my other content because why wouldn't you want to watch more stuff about Batman? Also, if you got an Instagram account, go follow my Bat-from-the-Box Instagram because I post stuff about Batman every time. If there's news about Batman that I can't make a video about right away, I post it on that Instagram. So definitely go follow it if you want to stay up to date on Batman related news. There's also the Bat from the Box logo merch. If you want to go pick that up on my Teespring, link in the description. Man, there's so much stuff to promote at the end. I should really do this at the start, but I kind of just don't want to throw that in your face every time. Anyways, guys, that is it. As always, I am your host, Juice Wayne. This is the end of the video. Batman is awesome. I'll see you guys next time.